The mission of the Bartlesville Police Department is to enhance the quality of life in our community by working cooperatively with the public and within the framework of the United States Constitution to enforce the laws, preserve the peace, reduce fear, and provide a safe environment for all of our citizens. Hello and welcome to Behind the Badge. I'm Police Chief Tracy Rolls, and I am excited to have you here with us today. Today in studio is Sergeant Jim Waring. He is a sergeant of our Criminal Investigations Division and also the Public Information Officer. Welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for being here, and thank you for your many years of service to the citizens of Bartlesville and to Washington County. So, much has changed over the last few weeks with the coronavirus. Some people say we're overreacting. There are those who say that we're not doing enough. And I suspect that the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Sure.
I do know this. We may never know if we're overreacting to the coronavirus. But be certain that if we underreact, we will know.
Sure.
And that's what we want to guard against. So let's talk specifically today about what the Bartlesville Police Department is doing to be a part of the solution to keep our officers safe and to keep the public as safe as we possibly can as it pertains to the coronavirus.
Sure. The police department is still going to do, I don't want to say business as usual because we have a lot of unknowns and things that we're taking a lot of precautions on, but we still have to do our jobs and make sure the citizens are protected and make sure that we are out there for service. But with all that in mind, we probably need to eliminate as much unneeded exposure as we possibly can. So we're going to take a few different measures at the police department and out in the field with the officers as this thing goes on until we get further direction on it.
Absolutely. Some of the things you're talking about as far as the police department as a whole, we have discontinued public access to the police department, so the front doors are locked. But that doesn't mean that we're not available to the public, correct?
Sure. And I hope everyone understands that we still have reporting ability, especially in progress crimes or in progress issues. It could be emergency or anything like that. Obviously, call 911, and we will get someone there to you as quickly as possible. The actual department has been closed off for public access because anytime that you're just needing paperwork or you're needing something minor like that, we're having exposure. So we're trying to limit as much exposure to the officers and also to the public as much as possible.
So to be clear, if there's a crime going on at your residence or with you at your place of business, call the police department. Call 911 if appropriate, or call the non-emergency number if that's what's appropriate. Let us be the determining factor on how we respond, when we respond, how we're going to report that type of incident. So we're not asking you to make that decision. If you're the victim of a crime, or you are in fear or anything that you need a police officer, call us and we will respond appropriately. Now, if you're the victim of, say, a property crime that happened while you were gone from your home for a couple of days or something like that, we may not send a police officer to your home. We may call you on the phone, or we may suggest that you report that crime online at the police department website or via the MyPD app, just to limit the exposure. But if you are being victimized, call the police department. If there is an emergency, call 911. We will respond. We're not shutting down business. We're just altering the way that we handle certain things like property crimes, crimes that are not in progress, things of that nature. But let us be the judge and determining factor on how we respond to those. We don't want the people to sit and wonder, should I call the police? How are they going to deal with this? Should I not? If they're a victim, call us.
Sure.
We still have reporting mechanisms in place that we have, that we've established. So we have some people working from home here at the police department. So if you do come to the police department, you're going to see fewer people. The command staff is operating in a different way. We're doing some remote working from home and things of that nature. What are you guys doing in the criminal investigation division?
We're trying to, as much as possible, limit the number of people as much as possible in a closed space. So we're doing some things like staggering some kind of shifts where we may have half the group come in at maybe 6 to 2 and another half come in at 2 to 10 or something like that. Just trying to get it where we're not so together and enclosed. We have several safety precautions around where we're having more hand washing stations and hand sanitizer and things like that. But we're trying to avoid our exposure too. And but it's working. But if there's something that you need the police, call either 338-4001. That's the non-emergency number. 911 if it's an in-progress emergency. We have an online reporting system through the city website that people can go on to. We also have a Facebook page and we have apps.
Right. So there's plenty of options to minimize contact or exposure.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, we want our people to know, if you need us, call us.
Sure, we're going to respond one way or the other. It may be via telephone, but we are going to get to you as quickly as possible, and we're going to get your situation taken care of.
Right, absolutely. And that's the key to this, to getting beyond what's going on with the coronavirus, is stay calm, don't panic. This too shall pass.
It will.
You know, we've been in situations in our country before where we thought the sky is falling.
Sure.
And for a time, maybe it was. But things tend to calm down. We tend to get a handle on things, and we get beyond them, and then it's just the rebound and rebuilding, maybe from the damage that has been caused by whatever the situation. In this case, it's the coronavirus.
Sure. I've been here long enough that I've been here during flooding. I've been here during tornadoes, things like that, and we operated much the same way. We had to focus more on priority in progress as opposed to something that we could take a report and look at and then go through without having as much exposure. And it's all about safety.
Sure, absolutely, as it is every day. You know, it's interesting to me that we have to have a situation like the coronavirus to bring us back to reality.
Sure. And
tell us we need to be aware. You know, we need to wash our hands. We need to have social distancing. We need to not touch our face or all those things. You know, it's interesting to me that we have to have something major for us to go back to that and say, oh yeah, we should be doing all this stuff to take those precautionary measures. So be virus aware, but be calm. Don't panic.
Sure.
You know, if we need our people to be able to go to the store and buy essential things, but there's no real need to stock up for months at a time. The supply lines that we've all been told are not compromised. There's going to be stuff in the stores now that several people have bought everything out. It may take them a while to restock, but we're going to get there. We're going to be fine. Don't panic. But at the end of the day, our people need to know that if they need us, to call us. And,
sure.
And we're still going to respond. We got police officers on the street. We have police officers available. We're still investigating crimes. We're still enforcing laws. Everything here we're still doing on a day-to-day basis as far as serving our community. And that's the key. Don't panic. Call us if you need us. And this too shall pass.
It will.
Thank you for joining us today and hearing us about the coronavirus, and it's what we're doing here at the police department to be a part of the solution, and we ask that you be part of the solution as well. Take care of yourselves, but also be mindful of others. Don't put others in positions where they can't be successful, whether at the grocery store or at hospitals or in public settings. So just be mindful, be virus aware, and be sure to always look for us on Instagram at BPD Badge, on our Facebook page, the Bartlesville Police Department, and on YouTube at Behind the Badge. So until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of others, and stay safe.